The issue of sympathizers, let's look at within the security structure. How is it possible that they were able to get sympathizers within the military structure?
How is it possible to do what?
They were able to get, looks like they have sympathizers within the military structure. Is it possible? And how is that possible?
You see, I think we dealt with that issue the other time. I told you that if we have such people within the military, it is up to the military commanders to identify. Because you see, over the period that we've been fighting these people, we've now discovered that maybe there are sympathizers who probably give information and all the rest of it. Definitely, you cannot rule it out. That's why I'm saying it's a very, very difficult situation, where the president himself had to come out and tell us that his government had been infiltrated. It's sad. But once things come in through religious point of view, you find sympathizers and opponents and all the rest of it. And that is why it is a very difficult situation to combat. In all sincerity, I wouldn't say the government is not doing enough, no, but the truth of the case is that, just as we say in Yoruba, until the louse is finished from the head, you don't. There's no way you can finish blood on your fingers. That's it. You know, it is a constant thing that has to be, analyzed all the time. How they struck. In fact, I was of the opinion that we should take the initiative from Boko Haram.
How do we take that initiative?
How do you want to take that setting? That's it. How do you want to take it? Small groups.
So do we now break up into small groups and divide it into?
But if you get the people involved, we need to educate people on security. Don't take people for their face value. When somebody comes to you, even a young girl in her hijab, so go close, try and see if you can embrace. And if you feel something funny on her or something, shout.
General Ajano, let me ask you a question. I mean, these are speculations that are out there. There are those who believe that the military hierarchy, past and present, might have been the ones who caused this problem, in that they are the ones that have sabotaged the military.
Past and present commanders of the force or members of the force that are responsible for this? I cannot say no or yes to that. The truth of the case is that the entire thing started from the religious point of view. People were canvassing a hardline type of Islamic religion. Even the Emir of Kano and a few other prominent northerners thought, in fact, a sledgehammer type of approach was too severe, that there is need for diplomatic approach to this thing, and possibly we would have avoided bloodshed. But over time, I'm sure they too have changed their stand now. Somewhere along the line, saboteurs might have been playing some form of games. I don't know. But I believe that this is a situation that is now known to the military commanders. It is known to the government. It is known to the intelligence circle. And I'm sure they must be doing something. They must be doing something to try and identify those of their members who are likely to be, fifth columnists.
Now, the military has taken what some might term extreme measures, especially for this Yuletide. You find that in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states, there's been no movement to tolerate it. I think Yobe specifically said that they were not going to allow vehicles in to the state or outside. For Maiduguri, they banned all vehicular movement, saying that only if you are on essential duty, that's the only time. Are you sure that we're still safe, even with these measures being put in place?
We cannot say we are totally safe. Measures that are taken are correct. When you restrict movement, even the saboteur or whoever is a suicide bomber knows that, okay, they gave me up. He or she could be under watch. And I think it is good that way. But to relax and feel that you are safe, no.
As a Nigerian living where it is that you live, have you seen that heightened security awareness amongst your neighbors, you know, when you go to church or mosque? Have you seen that level of awareness amongst Nigerians?
Whether it is...
Are you seeing the level of awareness you should see in terms of security amongst Nigerians in your everyday life?
With Nigerians outside the theater of war at the moment, yes, we're taking the necessary precautions. I would say it's enough, you know, because we haven't had any incident down here or in any of east or the northwest or something. But that is not to say that it is enough. All of us should be security conscious. Everybody must be involved. We must constantly have it at the back of our minds that somebody can pretend like somebody normal, but it's not normal. And whatever we can do to detect and identify such a person, we should not hold back.
Have you been in any scenarios that have given you cause for concern in terms of level of awareness?
Sure.
For example?
In the country at the moment, even in churches, people going into churches, your vehicle is frisked. They don't ask you to come down to feel you, but at least you can't go into a church now with a bomb-laden vehicle. A number of churches have had this security measure put in place. And I believe that if it happens at all anywhere down south here, people are really going to go, crazy about being security conscious. Yes.
That was my next question, because I mean, they keep trying new things.
Yes.
So if there's an attack in the southwest, that would cost a lot more. How do you see us reacting to that or responding?
An attack in the southwest?
Any southern part of the country?
Any southern part of the country. I would say it is part of what the intelligence should be dreaming about now. How such things should happen. You see, it's not that the South has been totally sleeping. I'm aware of the fact that security people have been on the lookout for months now. I can confirm that to you. For months now, they've been on the lookout. There was a time somewhere in Ijora area, they suspected some of these operatives of the Boko Haram might have landed there. The SSS went into the DSS. They went into some form of operation for weeks trying to identify. You see, let me just say this, and I think Nigerians should just hear this. When your vehicle is stopped on the road and you see a policeman or a plainclothes security person following, asking questions, delaying you for some minutes to check things around. And in fact, some of them may ask you to come down and they want to frisk. Nigerians should take it calmly. We are in a very, very dangerous situation. In a vehicle conveying about 50 people from one part of the country to the other, you could have just two or even one that has been, told and is already equipped to cause mayhem. Okay. At a particular point, once it detonates something, the whole place goes into flames. Okay. That's it.
I hope they don't ask for
with the security people.
Receipt of driver's license and those kind of funny things that some people ask for at some point in time. But
see, unfortunately, it's part of our society. Asking for driving license is not really wrong, but unfortunately,
not the driving license. The receipt of the driving license. It's just a joke. Thank you for coming on.
Sorry.
Brigadier General, retired Brigadier General Ajano. We've been talking about security here this last segment of Sunrise Daily. Thank you for coming on this morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
We're back after this. Join us again.
Bye.
Well, that's it for us today on Sunrise Daily. That's our Boxing Day, Sunrise Daily. Thank you for watching. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Well, thank you, I'm Maokwe Ogun.
And thank you, I'm Nel Taigbe.
Bye-bye.